Hey filmmakers, Chung Dha here. In this video, I'm going to challenge myself to make a end card or end screen for my videos because I haven't made a professional one in a while, because the new end card system doesn't really need it per se, but it pretty much could be more professional, ending a nice animation. So I'm going to grab a new color matte. Well, actually I already got a color matte here that is 4K, and this color matte is actually matching this color, this gray here, that is on YouTube. I want to implement as much of YouTube colors in this one instead of using a black end card, because yeah, I want to get rid of the dark tones and make things more brighter. Going to drag this over here, and the end screen on YouTube is 20 seconds, so let's go to 20 seconds here and drag it out so we at least know when the video should stop. Now let's also, I already downloaded few elements, so I've downloaded my own profile picture and also a PNG file of the YouTube logo. So I'm going to drag this YouTube logo in here, and actually I'm okay with this size, it's not that bad. I want it to be at least 10 frames before the actual logo comes in, because I want it, at least I can do like 10 frames of animating it going into here. Actually maybe make it 15 frames so I get more space to play around with. So here is nothing, and then the logo of YouTube comes in, or the icon, and I want it to actually come in from top and bounce a bit before it lands on here, and that should be quite easy. Go to effects. In my quick list I should already have transform. Add this on here. Let's do Shift 5 to quickly go to FX control. Nest this icon first, because this is a small image of 512 pixels by 512 pixels. So it's kind of messing with me with those weird parameters. So I want to nest this so it gets like the same parameters of the 4K file. So if I'm going to drag in transform here, it gets back the normal parameters, so it doesn't mess around with me. Actually, instead of literally falling down, I want it actually to have a little bit of a curvature. To do that, I'm going to change the positioning of the anchor. Let's make that 0, make this also 0, so the anchor is here on this side. When I'm going to rotate it, it's going to rotate around there, so it would rotate in, which should be a nice kind of style to do that. Going to turn off composition shutter angle, or use composition shutter angle, and change this to 180. I might change it to 360 if I want it to have a bit more blur. And from here I want it to use only like 3 frames, just really quickly come into it. So here, actually want it to be already a few degrees down, maybe like 10 degrees. Let's put a keyframe here. And back here, I want this to move all the way out. Let's see, so this is just 3 frames before it hits. So it's 1, 2, 3. And now I want it to be 3 frames for it to move back to 0. It should make it look like this. So it's a really quick bounce up. So it bounces in. I'm going to scale it up here, which should be correct. Only thing is it doesn't give it the correct animation blur, but that shouldn't matter. So actually from here again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Do 1 keyframe here, 1, 2, size up to 120, then 1, 2, 3 to 0. If I'm going to play this here, get a nice effect. While this happens, I want a photo of mine to appear just before the last frame or the last keyframe. I'm now going to add a photo of mine that's here in the bin. Add it here. And I'm going to use the circle effect to make a circle, and it will cut out, use it as a cutout. So blending mode, use stencil alpha. Now I can change the radius, change this positioning of it. I still needed to calculate like the end card radius. So here we have a screenshot of an end card. Let's size this up to fit the full screen. Let's see if that is the correct radius size. So that's not the correct size, but I'm just going to manually change it to that size. Actually make this scale to 100, so we're actually using only the size of the radius of the circle here. Let's move this down. Change the radius so we can know exactly which radius this is, so we can remember. Yeah, it's a 279 on a 4K video. Remove that screenshot. So now this coming in, I want this to be at, make a keyframe here. This should be on 0 keyframe here. And this should be also 3 frames. 1, 2, 3. So it's all really quick animations of 3 frames. And I think it should be even earlier. I think this should be faster because there's a bit too long of a gap, so I want it to be at this spot already. So we're going to move this all forward. That looks fine. So YouTube logo, then iLog. Okay, so it's YouTube logo, me showing up. And let's add some text or extra things on the side. So we have like subscribe text or anything, and see what we can make with the shapes. Let's draw a rectangle. Is this not in the middle? Or okay. So if I'm going to change this to white, should make a difference in the color. And let's move that in front of it, this in the back of it, and this shape can look a little bit better, a little bit taller. Let's think I want this square to open up with some text, and then this photo should actually move to the left a little bit to be more centered, because otherwise this is centered and the text is too offsetted. Let's see how we are going to make this. Let's center this graphic first, and yeah, to the position that looks correct. That should be fine like that. And I want to nest these two together. But first I'm going to drag these two out so they last till the end, and nest these two together. Gonna to add transform. Kinda need to eyeball it, how it will be centered, but should be fine. Need to look where it actually stops here. Put a keyframe on the positioning. Want to jump 5 frames. Move this to the center. This kind of need to eyeball it. I think that should be fine. I don't want it to be just only moving to the center. I want to add a rotation to it. And pretty much the rotation is just to add a little bit of extra movement. So we're making here keyframes that it's back to normal 0, but in between I'm going to add slight rotation to it, so we can see like needed to move it, basically make it a push movement, that it was pushed into that place. Maybe one that is, not sure if I'm going to add a little bit to the other side. It's going to make a more nicer shaky. Yeah, that looks interesting. I like that. So we got that. Now we're going to into the nested, because we need to animate this on the background also. So the white we need to animate. Probably would have been better before nesting to already animated it. Gonna add crop effect here. Let's do just a top and bottom crop. I think it should be just 3 frames here. 1, 2, 3. Actually, should be just the 5 frames. So down shift and here from 50 to, and the other also 50. If I go back, oh, that's far too late. Should be from here. Yeah, those are far too late. See it like this. Go back. Okay, because of them being from 50 to 0, there's like a big gap. That's why it's jumping so far. So these needs to be, make them 35 actually. Which should take a bit longer time for that. So I'll go back. Oh, why did it? Not sure when I moved this, but okay, moving this back. Let's see if it's correct again. Pretty much from here, I'm going to add some info. I'm gonna type, let's do it inside of here. Let's change that color of the text to black here. So I need to use trade Gothic, condensed. Make this bigger. Write down Chung Dha. Let's think of how to animate these texts. Yeah, I don't really like this font here. This Trade Gothic is the YouTube font, but I'm not really fond of it. Change it to thin condensed, which is the one I used the most for also my logo. I think I'm just going to make this a type in. So here we're going to make a keyframe. Text source, a keyframe here. And let's see. So I got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So like 10 minus 1. Also one keyframe, so my full name would be there at the end. This one we're going to remove everything. Actually just work backwards. Here, remove the A, move one frame, the DH. This is a little bit tedious, but it gets the job done, removing every time, so end up with nothing here. So if we play this, we should see the animation. So that was it, making a new outro for my video. So I hope you guys like this video, and please give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more upcoming videos, please subscribe. Also check out my other videos on this channel. If you have any questions, please comment below or join us on our Facebook group. There's a link in the description, and I hope to see you the next time. Bye bye.